Coming up on Mountain News this morning, officials all over the state are reaching out and extending a helping hand to help get people indoors. Plus, emergency services have battled snow and ice to keep everyone safe.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:30 on January 17th. Now let's check in with meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
And it's a very cold look at the forecast, Olivia. Everyone, a good Wednesday to you. Wind chill advisory remains in effect for eastern and southern Kentucky until 10 a.m. For wind chill, feels like values as low as -5 to -15, and the dangerous cold again will gradually start to moderate a bit now over the next 24 hours. We're really not going to see a significant warm up until early next week. Temperature wise, single digits above and below zero. Winds in a lot of locations are calm, but a decent puff of wind. And guess what? Wind chill values drop. Minus single digits, minus teens. The wind chill at Monticello, as cold as -21, and up toward Moorhead, yeah, feels like -12 your way. All right, pinpoint Doppler radar, quiet this morning, so it was a quick look as the clouds departed on the overnight period, and we look to the west, and these are the clouds that start to come in as we head through the overnight period tonight. So let's get you out the door. A nice amount of sunshine today. It's going to be bright, but still chilly. Forecast highs, upper 20s and close to 30 for a lot of us. More about that warm up and when it arrives with the first alert 7-day forecast in a few moments. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Tim. Laurel County officials are helping to keep people warm overnight. Jeremy Tom spoke with London police about the ongoing weather impacts and with a woman who's felt the bite of that cold worse than most.
It's very bitter. You could die in that.
The sun was shining on southern Kentucky Tuesday. The cold weather still consumed the region.
We obviously have to bundle up just like everybody else, but it kind of changes our roles a little bit.
That meant extra patrols for London police to watch for downed power lines, water main breaks, and more. It also led them to find Hope Harlan.
I have a bus that I'm flipping to a tiny home, and I had the propane running, and I woke up freezing. It had run out.
The bus wouldn't start, with Harlan saying her engine block likely froze.
I had spray painted help in the front window, and people stopped and asked if I was okay. So I told them no, probably not.
Harlan is one of several who's already come to the shelter seeking warmth, but London police tell me that they are ready to help, even if you're in a position where you cannot make it to their center.
We're more experienced driving out in this type of weather. We'd rather us get out and risk our lives than a citizen.
Their response Monday may have just saved Harlan's.
It said that I had 2 hours left of kerosene, stuck and running out of heat. Not a good combo.
This shelter closes at 8 on Wednesday morning.
Once that time comes, where do you go from here?
I don't know. Trusting God.
But Harlan has hope she will make it. And while it's been a humbling experience, she hopes others also come here for the night. They need it.
You got to make a good choice, live or, let your pride get in the way.
In Laurel County, Jeremy Toms, WKYT.
Some parts of the mountains got around 8 inches of snow during the last few days. While major highways, interstates, and county roads are in better shape, some of the back roads in residential areas are nearly impassable, which can be dangerous in an emergency. Kelsey Soto takes us on a ride in Magoffin County where first responders are navigating the snow and frigid temperatures.
I was talking about the stat pack bags. We've got
There's no snow days in an emergency. Amanda Tackett works for Patriot EMS and waded through the storm to answer calls for help. Roughly 10,000 people in Magoffin County rely on their team no matter the conditions.
It takes a village, literally, to work EMS, fire, rescue, and a lot of the areas we know are going to be bad. So we're able to call out for Magoffin County Rescue or fire for lift assist.
If a back road isn't plowed, they'll park the ambulance at the bottom of a hill or driveway and then scramble up to get to patients. Rescuers can often chip in with their four-wheel drive.
You know, don't get in a hurry because black ice is terrible. And I guarantee if you can't go out, we can't either.
This time of year, they respond to a lot of accidents, whether cars or slip and falls.
You may have four-wheel drive, but you don't have four-wheel stop. Once you start sliding, you can't stop until you hit something that makes you stop.
She says they also see an uptick in cardiac issues when people overexert themselves cleaning up after a winter mess. Which reminds me, when you're shoveling that snow, make sure you don't block house numbers or fire hydrants.
Is the house marked or is the mailbox marked? That helps our response times 100%.
And while the work isn't easy, especially trudging through the snow, Amanda tells me she couldn't imagine doing anything else.
I love it. There are days that I can't get myself up out of bed, but I know I can come to work and make a difference on somebody's worst day.
In McGoffin County, Kelsey Soto, WKYT.
And now in Pulaski County, law enforcement have spent a lot of time working crashes there. Members of the special response team have responded to more than 30 calls from everyone needing a ride to dialysis treatments to nurses and healthcare workers needing help getting to the hospital or nursing homes. Many main roads in the county are clear or mostly clear, but there's plenty of roads out in neighborhoods or in less traveled areas that were still completely snow covered yesterday.
Well, I think it makes it challenging for the local community as in keeping warm, and as the roads thaw, they freeze back again. And you start getting those ice ruts, and then you can't see the ice under the snow that's already there.
Pulaski County SRT members say their vehicles have been to every part of the county in the past 2 days, helping people. As we are going to be feeling these Arctic blast temperatures for the next several days, it is very important for folks to dress appropriately while outside. Kentucky River District Public Health Director Scott Lockard says layers are key, but he also warns parents to pay attention to how their kids are dressed before going outside in the snow.
If you're cold, they're cold. So the young ones who really can't say, well, I'm too cold or whatever there, make sure that you're dressing them accordingly, and also beware, you may be dressing them too warmly. You know, we've all seen the baby at times that's just so bundled up they can't hardly breathe. You know, we want to make sure they're warm, but that they are dressed appropriately.
Lockard says covering the ears, neck, face, and hands is also important because any open skin in these temperatures can be prone to frostbite. While we are experiencing some cold temperatures here in the mountains, and it is expected to be well below freezing for a little while longer, the cold air can have an impact on the pipes inside your home. The U.S. Department of Energy says paying attention to where your pipes are located, what material they are made of, and how well insulated they are is incredibly important. If you have water pipes in colder parts of your home, it may be directly exposed to the outside air.
Unless you want to have a plumber at your house repairing your pipes, and it's simple things like this that will save you hundreds of dollars.
Some telltale signs of frozen pipes include an open faucet that produces no water or only a slow trickle. And we have an update to a story we first told you about on Monday. Kentucky State Police say a missing Whitley County man has been found safe. Walter Dell of Williamsburg was last seen in the Eagle Falls Trailhead area, and police were especially concerned because he was on foot and several inches of snow had fallen while he was out. Dell was taken to the Whitley County Airport where a helicopter was waiting to take him to the University of Tennessee Medical Center. The city of Campton in Wolfe County will receive more than $2.6 million to upgrade its water infrastructure. Senator Mitch McConnell announced the funding through the Appalachian Regional Commission program. The money will go to Campton's renovation project to upgrade its water treatment plant. City officials say that will help improve water quality. With a little sunshine hitting the hills yesterday, some folks in Pikeville had some snow day fun. From sledding down the mountainside with friends to taking their pets for a stroll through the snow, students and community members say the day served as a nice pause. And while the dangers and inconveniences of the weather were obvious to all, they say making the most out of it was a good way to go.
Our daughters were out here playing in the snow. It was really cool to watch her get to experience something that I didn't get to grow up with.
It's the best thing ever. Honestly, we like our dogs more than anything else, so getting to spend time with them outside, roll around in the snow, it's definitely the highlight. Oh yeah, for sure.
The pups and people had a fun time yesterday, but a state of emergency is still in place, so enjoy the winter weather responsibly and stay off roadways when possible to allow first responders to work as needed. When we return, yesterday a Texas man took on his home state at the Supreme Court, but it could have consequences for property owners nationwide.
And weather-wise this morning, frigid. Keep in mind, not only slick roadways, the driveways, the sidewalks, and the parking lots as well. When can we warm things up? We'll let you know. The First Alert 7-day forecast is coming up after the break.